Hello, it's Tem Games here once again, and today we are going to continue with the mystery box system. So we're actually going to make so the teddy bear can spawn from the box, and when that happens the box will despawn and spawn to the other location. And then you can check from the sky where you see the the light, and you can see where or at what direction the box is. So yeah. And also we are going to add some color to the box so you can see if it's enabled or disabled. So yeah, let's get started. First, let's go to the link in the description. It goes to my Google Drive, and then you want to go to the resources folder and to the Teddy here. And now you want to download this texture and this FBX file. And once you have done that, you want to go back to your game, and you want to go to the blueprints folder and create a new folder called props maybe. Now let's open that, and now you want to import the TED FBX and TED texture files. You want to select the skeletal mesh and nothing else, and then you want to import. You got some error, but this doesn't matter. Now you can close this. Okay, then what you want to do, you have this baked mesh material, you want to open it, you want to delete this parameter from here, and you want to search for texture sample, like that. You want to connect this RGB to the base color, and now you want to select your texture. From here you want to search for TED texture. Then you want to apply and wait for okay, it's done. Now you want to save, then you can close. Now you can see that it has his texture. Okay. Now what we want to do, let's go back to the blueprints. Now we want to go to the PP mystery box, so the interactables and PP mystery box. Okay, now when we are here, we want to go to the viewport and go to the here. And then you want to click the default scene route and add and skeletal mesh. And you want to call this like Teddy or whatever you want. Now you want to select the skeletal mesh asset. Let's search for Teddy, or actually Ted, I think. Now let's change this set position to 70. I think that was good. Okay, now we want to set the visibility. So let's go down here at rendering. We have visibility, or actually visibly, and true. We want to change it to false, so he's invisible. Now we can compile and save. So next thing, and the next thing we actually want to do, we want to go back to the first person map, and we want to go to the blueprints and to our resources folder here. And now we have, or actually we don't have our let's actually check. I want to get my M prototype create gem gains material. Where does it? So basically you want to go to your map, click one of your objects and click from here so you can see its stats, and from the materials you have element 0. You want to click this browse to the file. Click this and it will send you to the file. Okay, here we have this M prototype grid and M prototype grid interactable. This is the one that we want to adjust. So if this is not on the same folder, then you want to click your, for example, the door, and the same thing from here and here. It will tell you where it is. I mean, then you want to open this, and you want to go to here, background color. And what we want to do here at the background color is pretty simple. We want to actually, for example, let's copy this surface color, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Now we want to rename this to like color 2 or something like that. Now from here we want to get from the on this node, and we want to lerp interpolate like that. Now we want to connect this to the B like that, and then we want to connect this to the false. So basically where this went before, like that. So this goes to the A, this new color 2 goes to the B, and this goes to the false. And now we want to create a scalar parameter. Okay, and we want to call this color alpha. Then we want to default it as 0 and connect it to the alpha. And now when we change this color to, oh sorry, first we want to go to this color 2 and change this to color what we want to use when the interactable objects are not interactable. So basically I like to change it to some shade of red, maybe. Like, I don't know, let's actually change this alpha to 1. Now we can see the color. And I want to adjust it a little bit. Okay, I think something like that is pretty good. Now I will click OK. And now you can see when we change this color to like 0.5, 0, 0.2. Oh, what did I do? 0.7, 1. So it scales from 0 to 1, like between these colors. The 0 is closer to this and 1 is closer to this. Okay. Now we can apply. And now we can close. Now let's go back to here. Now let's actually create a material instance from this. And prototype create mat instance, interactable instance like that. Okay. Now let's actually save once more. Now let's go back to the PP mystery box. And we want to change all these left, all these materials to that instance, like that. Left, right, bottom, then we have the front, and also the back, and then we have the top here. So we have 6 of these static meshes that we have to change the material. Okay, now let's go to the construction script. And what we want to do here is we want to get all of those static meshes that we just set the material. So let's get the top, then let's get the bottom, then let's get the right, or actually let's get the left there. Top, bottom, left, right, then we have like back, front. Okay, then we want to get from one of these and set scalar parameter value on materials like that. Now let's connect it to here. Now we want to change the set the target to all of these. And now the parameter name should be what was it? Oh, it was color alpha, and you want to check that you write it like exactly like it was written on the material. Okay, and actually, yeah, nothing more. Okay, let's set it to 0. Now let's compile and save, and we can actually check if it works. So when we start playing, the box should be all red, but they are not. So what we did incorrectly is I actually have to check that color alpha if it's same the name. Let's see. Color alpha. Oh, I think we have to set this color alpha to true from here. Now we can save. And actually I'm so stupid. Sorry. We want to change this default value to 1 because that's the color of the red or the like disabled. Let's compile and save. Now let's go back. and you can see they are all red. Now, when the game mode sets the box, we want to set its color also. So we can close this. Now we can actually create the functionality for that. So let's go to the event graph. Let's go here at the bottom and let's create a new custom event. And let's call this like set box color. And let's add a new input type boolean, and let's call it like enabled. And then let's add a branch. Connect that enable to there. So when we enable, it will play the timeline like from start, and when we when we click enabled false, so we are disabling it, it will play it from reverse, so it will change its color back to red. So let's add the timeline. And let's call this like box color TL. And now let's move it to here and connect it true to play from start and false to the reverse from end. And now we want to open this. Let's change its length to like, I would say 2.5 seconds, but you can set it to whatever you want. Now let's add a flow track. Let's add a key to 0. Let's make it time to 0 and value 0. Now let's add 1 to time 2.5 or whatever time you have set at the end here, and value 1. Okay. And now let's add some like smoothing to it. Now let's compile and save. Now we can close this. And what we want to do now is let's go back to the construction script and let's copy all this. And now let's go back to the event graph and let's paste it to here. And connect the update to here. Now let's move this a little bit further down so we can access this easier. Connect that to the parameter value like that. And now from the finished, we want to get from this direction and switch on timeline direction. And now we want to get to finished and connect it to here also. Now the can interact, we want to set it after this. From forward, we want to set it to true. And I think we don't have to do anything else here now. And now what we want to do here at this function, sorry, I will move this further down. Here, this set MYSTERYBOX enabled. We have this, when it's done, it sets it to by. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, let's move this further up. Okay, now we want to delete this can interact, and actually we want to call the set box color, and we want to click the enabled like that. Let's compile and save, and let's see if it works. So now the game selects one, this box. It should be turning to okay, that was weird. I actually did one thing incorrectly. I forgot it. Let's go back to the set box color. We want to reverse these values. So the 0 time should be value 1, and this here time 2.5 should be value 0. Okay, now let's save, close, and let's see. Okay, and now it is enabled. That works pretty nicely. And now you can see you cannot use these boxes when they are red. So basically, yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, the next thing, why did it close? Did I close it? Okay, I don't know. Let's go back to blueprints and interactables and PP MYSTERYBOX. Okay, box color timeline. We can close that now. And now we have to create the functionality for the teddy bear. So let's go to here to spin box, and yeah. Now we want to go to the. I will actually have to check it. Yeah, after this delay and before this get data table row, let's move all this data table thing stuff to here, so we can get some space here. Now, after the delay, let's add a branch. And we want to check if the spin index, so where's the spin index here? Oh, let's set it. We want to get it and check if it's equal to 49. And if it's not, we want to connect back to there. Actually align them. I think it's 2 times down with the down key, then it's aligned. And then we want to, now we actually want to create a new function. Let's call it calculate teddy or something like that. It basically calculates the probability if the teddy comes. Okay. And now on the calculate teddy, we want to actually create a new function, and the variable name should be called times span or something like that. Let's make it integer. Let's compile and save. Now we want to check if the time span is less than 4. Okay, let's add a branch. So this basically checks if the box has been spun less than 4 times. Because if it does, oh, sorry, we have to make it less than 5. So if the time span is less than 5, so the box has been spun less than, or sorry, let's make it back to 4 because we will just add to make this time span variable bigger after all this code. So yeah, let's make it back to 4. So if the box is spun less than 4 times, then we shouldn't spawn the teddy, because in Call of, at least in like, I think it was Black Ops 2 or 3, you always have the first 4 spins, like without the probability of the teddy bear. So let's do it that way. Now let's create a new variable called teddy. Oh, or like maybe spawn teddy. Now let's change it to boolean. Let's compile and save. Let's add it to here and let's make it false. Now the next thing we want to do is check if it's, let's copy all this and paste it here. Want to check from the false if it's less than 8. Okay. So if it's less than 8, there should be like, I will actually have to check it, but first let's add a branch to here and connect from the true. So basically, I think it was like, actually I will have to check it. So yeah, it was like when the box has been spun less than 8 times, it was 15% probability to get teddy bear, And when it was less than 12 times, or actually in between 8 and 12, it was 30%, and over 12 times it was 50% chance to get teddy bear. So let's make it the same way. So yeah, now here we actually have to create some calculations. So easy as, let's get random float in range, and let's make it min to 0 and max to 1. Now we want to check if it's less equal to 0.50. So actually this basically checks like there is basically a 15% chance of getting true value. So now we have to get the spawn teddy. From the true we want to set it to true, and let's copy and paste, and from the false set it to false, like that. But now let's add the one thing to here, because in those old Black Ops zombies there is also a thing that the first time the box spins, like when the game starts, the first time the box spins, you cannot get more than 8 spins. The 8th one is always the teddy bear. So let's add a branch here in between also. And now we want to check the time span, and we want to check if it's equal to 7, I think, because we start from 0, 1, 2, yeah, if it's equal to 7, then, and also we actually have to create one more variable. Let's call this first box. And also if the first box, and now let's get and boolean, so if it has spun 7 times and first box is true, then we want to get the spawn teddy and set it to true, like this. And if it's false, we want to play this code from there. Okay, easy as that. And now here from the time span less than 8, we want to actually copy this one more time. Copy, and let's paste it here. Connect from the false, like that. Now let's change this value to 12. So if we have gotten this far, then we want to check time span if it's less than 12. And if it is, we can actually copy this code from here, this random float and this probability thing. Let's paste it here. Now we'll actually want to move this further down and this further here. And now here we want to change this less or equal to 0.3, like that. Okay. And when it's from here, from the false, want to copy this one more time. Here. From the false there. And now we want to check 0.5. So if it's time span is greater than 12, or actually 12 or greater, then we want to check. We have like 50% probability to get the spawn teddy. So yeah, I think now you should know what all this does, because I have been explaining everything. So time span is less than 4, we don't spawn teddy. Less than 8, we check all his code from here. So if it's the first box, then we spawn teddy. If it's not, then we have 15% probability. If it's less than 12, we have 30% probability. And if it's greater than 12, we have 50% probability. You can change these values if you want, but these are the values I'm gonna use. So now let's compile and save. And actually let's save all, because yeah, this has been crashing a lot. Okay, now we can close this. Now we are here. Spin index is equal to 49. From the true, we want to get this calculate teddy function. Now we want to add a branch to here. And we want to check from the branch if spawn teddy is true. And if it's not, we want to get this time span and plus plus increment integer. So it will add one value to that. Okay, now let's connect that to the table. And I will move this further like this. And yeah, if it is the teddy bear, then we want to get our weapon. Where is the weapon? And weapon. Let's get it and set visibility. And we want to set it to false. Okay, because we want to set the teddy to visible. So now let's get the teddy and do the same thing, but let's set him visible. Set visibility. Let's make it true. Okay. Now let's... Oh, actually, let's move this further to here. Oh, let's not do that. It's like that. Sorry. I was thinking something weird. Now let's add some delay. So when we get the teddy, we get some... Let's make it first like 0.5 maybe. So we can just... Or actually like 1 second. So we don't have to wait that much when trying or testing. Now we want to add some... I would like to add some animation where the teddy, when it spawns, it waits for a while, then it goes flying to the air, like 5 meters or so, and then it stays there for like 1 or 2 seconds and goes back to box, and when he goes to box, the box lid closes and it turns to red. So I think that would be pretty nice. So let's create that custom event. So let's find some space. Let's create a custom event. What should we call this? Like set teddy flying or something like that. You can call it obviously whatever you want. And now we actually want to just create some timeline. Call it like teddy flying TL. Or whatever you want. These are just my names. You don't have to use this if you don't want. Okay, now let's... Oh, I want to change that to like that. Okay, teddy flying timeline. Now let's open it. And here, let's actually create a track, add flow track. Let's make its length like 2.2 seconds, I think. And the first value, let's make the time 0. And we will be playing this timeline by, I will show you. Let's get the teddy first. And set relative location. You can also do it this with world location, but I will do it with relative. So we want to split this and get the new track and connect it to the set, nothing else here, because we don't have to do nothing else. But you can do this obviously like different with like other ways, but I'm just doing it like this now. There are like thousands of ways or millions of ways of doing this, but yeah, this will work for me. I will actually compile and save just to be sure. Now here, so we are setting the relative set location. So we want to start from the value where the teddy is. So the first one times 0 value should be 70 because we set the teddy's normal starting value to 70. Okay. And now let's add another. I want to set this to like 300 maybe, and this time to like 0.5. Okay, this is not... Okay, now it's better. And I will add some auto there and auto there, so it's smoothed. Now we want to go to the time 2 seconds. Set this value also to 300. So, oh shit, how can I see it? And actually I will change this auto back to linear, like that. Okay, now it smooths when it goes up and it stays there in the air. And after 2 seconds, we want to add another key to the 2.2. So wait time 2.2, and value should be like, actually make it 0. We can try this, and if it doesn't work as we want, we can obviously change it. Okay, and now back to the event graph. After this, oh, this is too close to that. Move this further down. And from the finished, we want to close box like this, and set box color, and let's leave it like disabled, so not enabled. Then we want to actually, let's see how it works. But first we want to go to our here, because we haven't set it here at the spinbox function, or actually custom event. So we want to set it after delay. We want to set Teddy flying like that. Now let's compile and save, and let's go to see if it works. Oh, one more thing, because we don't want to spin it like a million times. Let's go back to the calculate Teddy, and let's make this first spawn Teddy to true, so we are like getting it every time, so we can try. I will add some comment here so I remember later on. Compile and save. Now it should spawn it first time. So let's see. So that's the box that opens. Okay, and now let's open it. It should spawn the Teddy. Okay, it did. Now the Teddy there, like that. I think that looks pretty nice. But now we have to also disable that box and stuff like that. And also I noticed that when we open this, okay, it doesn't reset correctly yet, but I will show you. When we open the, or when the box is changing color, you can see, press E to open mystery box before the color has changed. So we have to fix that also. So we have to go to the event graph and spin box, no, close box slowly, set mystery box enabled. So basically what we want to do here, we don't want to set this mystery box in use here. We actually want to delete it. And actually we want to get the time span and set it to 0 here. So it resets the box. Okay, and we are now at set mystery box enabled. So it should look like interaction by, time span 0, and set box color. Now at the set box color, after all this, oh, we actually, let's go back to PP mystery box. So we have here the set mystery box enabled. Let's actually try without that interaction by there. It should work. And also now I want to, here after set box color, let's connect that toast there. So set box color, after it's finished from the forward, we want to set it to can interact through and interaction type by. So now it should work the way we want it to work. This is the box, now it should. So yeah, now it works correctly. Okay. Now we're here at the set mystery box enabled. We want to delete this byte thing here. Move these. Oh, Control and set if you did actually do that. Also, I think you didn't, but just a quick tip if you sometimes do. Control and set like I don't know how to say it, but if you delete something, you press Control and set, they come back. Okay, you can reverse that. So the next thing we want to do is we actually have to go to our game mode for a second. GM zombies. Now set mystery box location. We have this first thing here. So okay, first And at the end, do we have the... Okay, set mystery box enable first. Okay, we already have that. Okay, let's click this, set mystery box enable. We get to here. So we have the first box here. Okay, sorry about that. I actually just don't remember that we added that, but yes, we did already. So now when we have that, I will just check some things here. Okay, we can actually then go to the... Where was it? We want to go to our spin box function. And we want to... Oh, we actually want to spin index less than 50. We want to change this to less equal, just to be sure. Less equal 50. Okay. And compile and save. Now we can go to the here. Yeah, where we set the weapon to false, Teddy to weapons visibility to false, and Teddy's visibility to true. And after set Teddy flying. Now, or actually, yeah, set Teddy flying. Let's click this. So we go to here. Oh, here we want to set all the stuff. Sorry, I'm a little bit like tired. Like today, because yesterday I was whole day like carrying stuff to my new house. Yeah, and before that I was working on my day job for like 7 hours, so I was doing some like physical job for like 16 hours maybe yesterday, so I'm pretty tired. But yeah, let's continue. After this set box color, we want to get game mode, and we want to actually cast to GM zombies. Now from here, now we want to set mystery box location. Now we don't want to click that first, because this is not the first box anymore. And after that, we want to create a little timeline. Let's call this like skylight fade away TL or something like that. Now let's connect it to play from start, and let's just make it length 1, add float, add key 0, 0, and 1 and 1. Now let's add some smoothing, compile, save, and we can close this. And to the event graph, now we can get the... Let's get the skylight ref. We actually have it here. The skylight mesh. Let's get it. Set scalar parameter value on materials from the update. Like this. This should be called fade amount. Like that. Now we want to get a lerp. We want to connect the new track to 0, to the alpha, and we want to set the leave the B as 0, and now we want to get skylight opacity. This one. Oh, sorry, not that one. Skylight fade calculator, and connect it to the A. So this will basically fade this box's skylight. It will fade it away. And after that, we want to go to the finished, and we want to get the mystery box in use. We want to set it to false. And after we have set it to false, we want to get the TED where is he? Teddy here. And we want to set visibility to false. And I will actually move this all further away because I don't like to make all these things this tight. Okay, visibility to false. And now also from Teddy, set relative location. And let's connect to here. Add a reroute to here. Like this. And let's make this only like just set value to 70. So it's where we set it from the beginning. And if I'm not, everything actually should work. I will actually have to check one more thing. So yeah, one more thing. Let's go back to BP mystery box and to the set mystery box enabled. After this, after the skylight / timeline has finished, we want to also set the mystery box in use to true. Now let's compile and save and go to the game and see if it works. Now we have already, we have still set the Teddy, so it always spawns, so we can see these things better if it works. But now let's buy the box and see. Teddy should come. Okay. Now he does his little animation. Now it will turn red. And what did we forget to do? Okay. There was still something that I forgot to do. Oh yes, I remember actually. Let's go to here. Open box, close box. And after it has finished, it will check the switch on the e-timeline direction. So from the backboards, we actually want to set a branch here, like, and connect this to the false, this that was here before. And now let's do here. Okay, and we want to get the spawn Teddy. So if we didn't spawn Teddy, so we are closing the box normally, then we can set all these things. But if we did spawn Teddy, then we want to set the spawn Teddy back to false, and we want to skip this can interact thing here. I want to connect this to the spin last weapon index. Compile and save. So let's see if it works. This one. Now we can buy it. The Teddy should come. Yeah. Now it should spawn to another location. Let's try if it works. Okay. This should work soon. Okay. 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 Oh, I don't have enough money for that. And also let's actually see if that works correctly. Let's delete. Let's only leave like 2 boxes so we can see better. And let's change these. Okay, I think I haven't set the. Let's go to the interfaces. Is interactable get details? Let's set the price to like 5. So we can try it as much as we want. So let's see. Now it should work. We are spinning. Ready. Teddy. Let's see. Now the moment of truth. Okay. it actually didn't work correctly. There was something wrong with it. I will have to check it. So yeah, let's go to the spin box, and here we have the spin index after the, if it's not less or equal to 50. Let's delete this. Move this closer. And now we want to go to the here, to the open close box, and from the backwards, and here after everything, or actually before this, weapon set possibly at spin index. Let's set it to 1. Okay. And now also one thing we want to do, let's go to the GM zombies, and here at the set mystery box location, for each loop from completed, we want to add a branch just to be sure, because sometimes this lags. So now we want to get the set local variable and check it from that. And now from the false, we want to connect it back to here, like this. This is just to be sure. It's basically never needs to go here, but if it somehow has to, then it will continue. Okay. And now one more thing. Set mystery box numbers here. Here we have this array index and set mystery box number. We want to actually add to this, connect there, add 1 to that, so it doesn't start from 0. Now let's compile and save and go to the game. Now we have 2 of those, and we can actually see if it works. It should work perfectly now. So let's see. Now we can open that. Yeah. Teddy. Teddy goes to the box. Teddy goes to there. Because it cannot the box cannot spawn to the same place where it was like the other time. Like it will always have the chance. If you have 2, it will always go like this. Let's see if it works. Teddy. It should go to there. Yes, it does. Now let's see if it works the second time. And it does. Okay, this is nice. And Teddy. And like that. Let's see if the other one works. Oh, yeah, it works. One other thing that I noticed is the skylight. The skylight thing blocks the pistol collision, weapon fire collision, as you can see. So everything works correctly. That's the only thing we have to fix. So let's go to PP mystery box and skylight, and now to the custom collision. Actually, why does the... Okay, we can actually just make it overlap all dynamic. Like that. Let's compile and save, and let's try if it works. Yeah, it does work. Like it is supposed to work. Now I will actually show you guys. So let's get one of these boxes from here. Let's put it to the map, to the starting place, for example. And let's make this box to here. Okay. Now when we start the game, we're at the wrong location. We have our player start there. Let's move it to the starting position, like to there. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it sets this. Okay, I actually wanted to set the other box first. And this is my luck. Okay, you can see the box goes to there. Now we can see that the box is there. So let's actually play a little bit to see. Okay, I think we have enough money. Let's go to here. Let's go from here. And the box is here. Now when we buy it, Oh, Teddy. Now he should go to there. It should go to there, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Now what we can also do is, when we go to the mystery box and calculate Teddy, let's change this first spawn Teddy back to false. And let's delete the comment. So now it should use this like code to calculate if it wants to be true. Let's compile and save. So yeah, I think that was all for this video. If you like what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe if you want to continue watching this series. So yeah, I hope I see you on the next one. Bye.